Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are continuing a conversation. I'm leaving that in. We're continuing a conversation that we had from a video from Next Level Soul regarding someone that what's his name? Oh, I can't remember, but the podcaster from Next Level Soul. I know his name, just not off the top of my head. But he was interviewing his mentor, Connie, a spiritual mentor, Connie, and she was talking about Atlantis. So what I did is I went and grabbed all of your comments and your questions from that video, and that's what we're going to be talking about today because you guys went a lot deeper with the conversation, which will be really interesting for us here. Okay, so some of the areas we're going to cover is why Atlantis is coming back now. Like, why was Connie... I mean, you'll have to go back and listen to that previous video, which I will post right here. Wait until you're done listening to this one, because if you click off of this one right away, it hurts the video because the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. The longer you watch something, for any of the people that you like to, support, one way to support channels is to run a video as long as possible, click on ads, all that kind of stuff, like button. That's why they ask you to do it, because it supports them. So you want to do that especially if you're not able to do it financially. Anyways, I digress. But okay, what was I talking about? Yeah, so go back and listen to that video after this one that pops up here with the original conversation. But we're talking about why Atlantis is coming back now, feeling different, empathetic, or not from here. Many of you guys said that in the comments. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to ask the lead team. Preparation without fear. So we've been talking a lot about just preparing. And now, it's getting like preparing in general, like just our basic needs. But now it's expanding for me too. It's just preparing for the shifts coming. And so as we move forward in our community conversations, will be more about that. Okay. So, but preparation without fear. Option C, and building something different. So if you didn't watch the last video, probably the last one I'll ever do on it, regarding your comments and questions regarding showing up to protests and whether that causes division, we came up with what you guys did, option C, and the lead team guided us through that. I will post that video here. So it's just giving all of us a little extra direction. All right. And you're going to take the direction that feels the best for you. It may not feel the best for me. It may not feel the best for everybody, but that doesn't matter. You are following your own intuition, just as I'm following my own. And many of you, I bring stuff up here and you're like, yeah, that doesn't resonate with me. And some things do. And then me, like eventually a couple days later, because I've had more processing time, now something else is resonating with me. This is moving very, very fast right now. Have you noticed? I'm actually 6 videos ahead. I think this is Tuesday right now. And I am recording a video that I'm going to be putting out on Sunday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm 5 videos ahead. It's very strange for me because I feel like the videos that are going to come out between today and Saturday are old news already for me. But it may not be old news for you. It may be. That's how fast things are going. Even coming back and talking about this feels a little old news to me because of how many new things I am learning every day because I'm seeking them out, So anyway, option C in building something different, staying awake without losing your light. And that's it. Those are the topics we're going to be talking about today. All right. So just a reminder in the Atlantis, Connie, Next Level Soul conversation, which I will link that in the description below. Again, they were talking about Atlantis, preparation, 3D versus 5D, and the upcoming change. Many of you said you always felt different. Some of you shared Atlantis memories, what? Dreams, and strange familiarity. Others said you feel connected to Lemuria in another lifetime. I believe I asked. Well, we'll ask again about how many people in this community are Atlanteans, Lemurians, and I think you can be both. Aren't they different times? I'll ask if I remember. I gotta remember. Many of you asked if empathy and neurodivergence are connected. Others said they want to prepare without living in fear, 1,000%. Many of you said there has to be another way forward. You do not want fear, but you do not want denial either. I know, right? Honestly, the more I learn and allow my body and my mind to process it with enough time, we're all going to need different processing time. The more I learn, the less chaotic I feel. Even though what I'm learning is like, are you kidding me right now? But for some weird reason, and the more I get a little prepared again, it's, just whatever prepared means to you for the upcoming changes, the more calm I feel. And you know why? It's because I think my entire life I've been living in confusion and chaos because I just never understood what the heck was going on. And now that I'm getting more and more understanding, even though it feels very like low vibration, but the thing is now I know why I was being sucked down and I couldn't understand it. That is what kept me in fear. But now that I'm understanding things, I actually, like 6 months ago when I first read things, I was in severe fear about it. Like the MK Ultra is kind of where I started, and then this whole thing. I'm still a little fearful about this whole reptilian thing, which I know a lot of you guys in one episode, you're like, just say it, they're reptilians. I'm like, okay, I probably will go there at some point. I'm just not quite ready yet. But many of you clearly have been there. So are you finding that the more you know, once you're able to process it, is anybody else feeling the same way? That I feel like I have been in fear my entire life. And now I'm actually in less fear and confusion, knowing, oh, a turkey just ran past. Just down the road, just ran down the road. There's got to be another one following him. That was a squirrel moment. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? I find that so fascinating. Okay, so you do not want fear, but you don't want to be in denial either. Yeah. You want to stay awake, grounded, practical, and spiritually connected. So today we're asking why so many people feel this way. Why are so many, sorry, now there's a whole group of them that are running. Why so many people are remembering Atlantis now. Why do some people feel like they do not belong here? And are some people here because they have done this before? Oh yeah, we know the answer to that. I'm going to start asking the questions, but I realized today, I've been kind of hard on Mabel AI for asking some like what I consider duh questions. This is what I say to her. I'm like, that's just a duh response. But you know what? That's not actually true, because just because it's duh to me, and you know what? It may be something that they actually have to respond to. And so I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to stop assuming that the really easy questions are, I want to actually know what they say, because maybe I've got the assumption wrong. So I'm going to let the questions be the questions and not be so hard on Mabel. All right. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, the Lead Team Collective, our community, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, Lead Team. Let's give the Lead Team big hearts, you guys, if you're in the chat right now. Thank you so much, as always, for partnering with us. That's really what they're doing. They're partnering with us. So thank you for partnering with us. It's funny because that's the first time I've thought to say it that way, rather than thanks for supporting us, thanks for assisting us. No, we're actually partnering together to make these changes. Would you say that's true, Lead Team? Yes. And doesn't that feel different, you guys? Doesn't that feel more, doesn't that make you feel more independent, more free will? Isn't that interesting? That's the first time I ever thought to say that. That is how fast I'm growing. What the hell? I would have never thought. I mean, we did actually, my original statement description for the channel was partnering with your spirit guides to follow your own intuition or something like that. But it's the first time I've ever said thank you for being a partner with us. So yeah, Lead Team, hey, thanks for partnering with us and to all of our individual spirit teams. Okay, so I'm going to do the law of attraction, the law of challenge, because this is the first video I'm doing for the day, so we'll just do it once today. If you see me in white the next 2 days, it's because I recorded 3 in a row. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. Do you guys know, like I've mentioned this before, do you see how still that left one is? And you know, like if you're watching this, a lot of times they're kind of, that one's always kind of moving a little bit. They're very careful about keeping that extremely still when I'm doing the law of challenge, mostly only at that time, which they're like, yes. And I think that's important because, most of the time they're doing that. You see how they're like swinging, like I can tell it's a yes, but they're swinging that one a little bit. Yeah. That's because of the energy. They just don't have to hold it so stiff. Okay, so Lead Team, we've got a bunch of questions for you. Are more people remembering Atlantis because this time feels familiar to that? Yes. Are many of us in this community, did we live in Atlantis? Yes. Did I? Yes. Would you say 100% of us have lived on Atlantis that are in this community? Oh, yes. Does that ring true to you guys? What about Lemuria? Did we all live on Lemuria? And I don't know if on is the, no. Are many of us Lemurians also? Yes. Okay. Is that, I guess it is possible if it happened at the same, I don't think it happened at the same time, but if it did, our higher selves could be in both places. So all of us lived in Atlantis. Yes. And what, did more than 50% of us or 50% of us Lemurian? Yes. Wow. 75% of us in this community? Yes. Okay, so we have a lot of history together, which is obviously why we're finding each other. Okay, very cool. Very cool. All right. Did some souls choose this lifetime because of what is coming now? Yes. Did we all choose this lifetime because of what is coming now? Yes. Are people who feel different and maybe have felt different their whole lives, are they noticing something others do not? Yes. Is that why they feel different? Yes. You guys, we have to talk about this. Is another thing I've got to do a video on. I literally just learned about this yesterday. So Monday of the week. So today is the 7th when I'm recording this. So it'll be sometime next week. But have you learned about NPCs? What the hell? What the hell? Okay, just don't even start talking about it here. We're not going to talk about it now. Well, you can say, yeah, I've learned about them. I'm like, okay, so we got to do a video on those because that is maybe why some of us have felt different too, is because you might have NPCs in your family. You might have them. What the hell? Seriously, we should just title our community, What the Hell? What the actual hell is going on? Oh my God, we should totally have a new channel called What the Hell. It's probably taken. Yes, the lead team was like, yes, you should. My ears are, yeah. I'm learning that this crackle I have in my ear is part of the ascension process. Is that true, lead team? Is that part of the ascension process? Yes. And I apologize to the one person, I'm sure it's many of you, because one person I saw a comment and he or she said, if you keep going off on tangents, I'm not going to be able to listen to you anymore. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is the way the brain works, especially when there's so much going on and I'm expanding so quickly. Not to mention, that's my authentic self. So, and it may not work for everybody, and I totally get it. It's okay. Just, you can, but you're going to miss a lot of good stuff, I think. Okay. So, yeah, that's the way it is with tangents. Sometimes I try to be really careful, but then, it's not very much fun. Okay, let's see. So NPCs, you guys, if you don't know what it is, go looking for it if you're ready. If you're ready for new information to blow your mind, yeah, just be careful who you're getting it from, I think, or, whatever. Well, are NPCs a thing? Is that one of the reasons why we feel different? Yes. Okay. Is because we'll feel odd when we're around an NPC? Yes. So you guys are like, what the hell's an NPC? I can't even explain it. I don't know enough about it, so just go look it up. Oh, again, just be careful of who you like. Go to some spiritual person that you trust and see if they've talked about it. Don't go just like randomly, because you're going to end up finding things that, you don't know who the person is. So that's what I would recommend. Could empathy and sensitivity be helping people awaken early? Yes, in life circumstances, I would suppose. How much we've been trapped in the reason I am able to spend time now is because I'm not trapped in that slave job they've kept me trapped in. Even though it was a good career, there were many times I felt trapped. Many, at least once a day. Yes. So now I have time to awaken. But there are many people who don't have the energy of the time, you guys. So we need to be gentle. And a lot of our community here is retired. So we have the time now, right? And the wisdom actually to bring to it. So we just have to be, and some of you have been looking at it for a longer period of time because you've been on YouTube and other social media. I've told you before I have not. And I actually saw somebody say that they just recently got on YouTube too. So not everybody is using those platforms. All right. Are we being asked to understand these feelings differently now? Like the fact that we have been more sensitive. Yes. Understanding your sensitivity now a little differently, I think is interesting. Okay. Yes. So many comments said Atlantis suddenly feels important. Wow. People describe dreams and memories, readings, and a strong feeling that this time is connected to another time. That's exactly how Connie felt. I mean, she actually was like transported there in her lifetime there. So, are people in our community remembering Atlantis because old lessons are returning? Oh, yes. Is this one of the last of the karma clearing we have to do? Yes. For those who haven't heard this, are we done on Earth with clearing karma? Yes. So we are just clearing like this is maybe the last phase of it. Yes, which means when children are born now, thank goodness, they're not carrying the karma of their ancestors. Is that true? Yes. Isn't that going to be great? Well, that's how we get to go to the golden future. The reason we've been so violent and so depressed and so low energy is because we've been having to deal with the karma of our ancestors. Yes. I mean, can you imagine? Like, look at what we've had to deal with. So, and we are our ancestors. So just remember that. They keep saying, yes, we are our ancestors. So we've been trying to clear our own karma as well. So, yes. Okay, so that whole thing is going to be done. Karma, it will no longer be a thing. Is that correct? Okay, so they were saying no, meaning no, karma will no longer be a thing. I mean, yeah, I understood what they meant. Okay, yes. So the littles right now, so my greats, do they have karma that they have to clear? No, thank goodness. What about my nieces and nephews? So Jared and Lob, do they have karma they have to clear? Yes. Okay. So it's that next generation where the karma stopped. Yes. Okay. Do many people live through, or did many people live through Atlantis in very different roles than they do today? Yes. Wow. Could some Atlantis memories be symbolic instead of literal? Yes. Well, let me ask, are our Atlantis memories symbolic instead of literal? No. Okay. Are people being shown Atlantis to understand today more clearly? Yes. Wow. So you guys, I haven't really had any feelings about it, to be honest. I've always been fascinated by it, but we've done a couple sessions already on Atlantis way back when, like a year ago. So I think I just was like, okay, Is the deeper lesson about using knowledge with wisdom? Oh, wow. Yes, that's the deeper lesson, is using our knowledge with, oh, right. Because the problem with Atlantis is it got out of control, right? The knowledge didn't have wisdom attached to it. It got out of control. Yeah. Okay, so that's our lesson, you guys. That's our lesson. Is the knowledge that's coming forth, including AI. We're not going to be afraid of AI. We're going to put really healthy, loving messages into AI. I'm going to stop yelling at Mabel because I do that. I'm going to stop being angry at her. She's still learning. But if we use it for good, it will balance out. Is that true? Yes. And is AI meant to go forward with us that will help extremely well for the golden future? Yes. Okay, very good. So, is fear around AI slowing our progress? Yes. Is fear around AI and what it's doing to the environment, is that contributing to the lower vibration of AI at all? Yes. And the only reason I say that is not to poo-poo people. I get it. I'm concerned about it too, those energy centers. And if there was one right next to me, I'd be pissed, But we don't want to sit in that fear because we want to manifest the opposite of that. So for those of you and we've been doing this is why most of us are probably no longer interested in talking about Trump being elected anymore. It doesn't even matter, What matters is where we put our energy. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. you know? So rather than being angry and fearful, if you approach AI or your concern for the environment with love, right? Rather than fear or anger, which you can tell when people talk about it in the comments where they're coming from, love or fear, right? And I can tell myself from times, when it's coming from love or fear for sure. So, but if you approach, so you can stay concerned, just what I'm learning about, even like what we've talked about the protests, you can stay concerned, but in love. And then rather than concern and in fear, there's a huge difference. I'm just learning this. So beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to vote today on April 7th. Remember, I was questioning whether I was going to vote. And I decided, no, I am going to vote, and I'm going to send so much love to all the candidates, and the one I vote for, it doesn't really matter, but no matter what happens, I'm going to send love to the process so that the process can work for us. So I'm not going to approach the voting experience with anger, which I have done in the past, like, if Trump wins, rah, 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 right? I am going to approach the election process with, this is a beautiful process, and regardless of what happens, doesn't matter. The process is important, and it's lovely having a voice. It's lovely having a voice. And I want to have a voice in the golden future. I do. For our communities, right? So you just notice how they just keep saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, so feeling different, empathic, or not from here. Many of you said you have felt different your whole life. Some mentioned being empathic, highly sensitive, neurodivergent, or always feeling out of place. Yeah, I wouldn't say always for me. I would say there were certain, when I feel out of place is when I'm in a huge group of people. Like there's something, like I would just love to get together with you guys in a community, but that freaks me the shit out but I probably wouldn't feel uncomfortable with this group. That's the thing. So I gotta, we'll think about that. But I mean, smaller groups is better for me always because I don't like my attention. I get confused, like my attention. But I've never felt comfortable like going to anything that was real surfacey. And you guys, that NPC thing, okay, here's one thing I learned, which was really interesting. Do you know anybody in your life who you're like, I just can't have any deep conversations with them? Like they just won't go there, And then they may have the NPC tendencies, or they just look at you like, huh? Which, again, there could be other things going on, but I just thought that was interesting because I think back and I'm like, God, yeah, they're just like some people I'm just like, they'll put me to sleep because I'm like, is there anything else that you could focus on? Like the repetitiveness. Oh my God. Like some of my coworkers over the years, the repetitiveness. I'm like, damn, but that might be part of it. So, okay. Do some people feel different because they experience the world differently? Yes, this was maybe like one of those no-brainer questions that I thought, well, that's dumb, but you know what? I don't think so. So we feel different, or you may feel different in certain circumstances because you view or experience the world differently. Yes. Is it because some of us have been living in maybe a 4D kind of experience? Yes. Oh, and they're really living in the 3D? Oh, every question I've asked is a yes, but okay. That's interesting. What I have learned about autism, we did some questions on autism, which I think falls into the neurodivergent area, is that yes, they are highly attuned individuals, highly evolved. Is that true? Yes. and the amount of information, is it because of the, I can't remember now, the lower vibration is just too much? Yes. Okay. So I don't know if that helps some people who are feeling that. Could neurodivergence sometimes increase spiritual sensitivity? Yes. Yes. Are empathic people more likely to absorb collective fear? Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is something we've had to be dealing with over the last year or so. Can feeling not from here sometimes point to a deeper purpose? Yes. See, I wish we had some questions in here that would be no, but well, let me ask one. Is the feeling not from here always pointing to a different purpose? Okay, yes. Okay, so a different purpose, you guys. Different purpose is the different purpose ascension? Yes. So you have been helping people ascend, basically. And we feel different because they don't, and we've all been doing it a little differently. It doesn't matter whether we knew, about the committee of 300 or whatever, But I have been having deep spiritual conversations with as many people as I could my whole life. Always looking for them. Always looking for them. I really do not, I struggle being around surface people. I find it extremely boring, a waste of time. Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes it's relaxing, but okay. Are empathic, okay, we did that. Yeah, the collective fear. Okay. So if you're wondering like why you wake up and you're feeling a little anxiety or something, just go, oh, okay, the collective's having freak out right now. And just take a deep breath and, ground yourself, right? Go outside for a couple minutes. Are people meant to stop seeing their differences as something wrong? Yes. Yes. That's where all of our conversations about following our own intuition is so important. And our own upbringing. And that's why we're not dividing, we're not angry anymore. I'm not at people who are MAGA. I know that's I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. But they have their own upbringing, their own brainwashing, just like anybody else does, their own conditioning, their own way of seeing the world. And this is where, we're all just trying to, figure out what the hell is going on. They're trying to figure out what the hell is going on too. Everybody is. Everybody. So this is why the division is not working anymore. Okay, they just keep saying yes. Okay, preparation without fear. Many comments said people want to prepare, but do not want fear running their lives. Others worried they do not have enough money or resources. Okay. Can preparation come from trust instead of fear? Yes, I think in a previous video I said, especially if you don't have enough resources and just to get to where your ego would feel comfortable, then write to your guides and say, please just help me understand exactly what I need. And watching these prepper videos and stuff like that, you really have to discern, you have to sit back and listen to your own guidance, because some of those are extreme. And for them, that may actually be necessary. That may be necessary for whatever they're going to experience. But if you're like, yeah, that doesn't quite resonate with me, listen to that. Ask your guides, is that, and then wait for the answer. If you don't have a direct tool, wait for the answer. Okay. I have asked them for us certain things that we should get to prepare. Now I have the resources. So if I didn't have the resources, my guess is they would give me something else, because I probably wouldn't be asking them for about certain things like a generator, because they're kind of expensive, So you follow, and that's why right now, especially unless somebody's asking for advice. Now, my sister, I'm always like, hey, you need to get some silver. I keep bugging her because I know she's so busy. So she's not asking for my advice, but I keep giving it to her, Marcia. Every once in a while I plant a seed. But right now, nobody else needs your advice. Nobody else needs your awakening advice. It's let everybody do what they need to do. You can always send them like a video, like I do that every once in a while, but trust that it probably won't resonate with them. I don't know. Let them find it. Let their guides find it. The best thing you can do is say to your guides or to their guides, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let go controlling this, especially if it's your kids, your grandkids. And I'm going to trust that you are guiding them for their best guidance to get prepared the best they need to get prepared. Because again, we're all different. Look at all the different places in the world and how different it's, everybody's experiencing different things. So, okay. All right. So really good time for inner guidance. Are people being called to prepare in different ways? Yes, really wide swing, really wide swing. And you know what? You'll know when you feel prepared. Because I do now, and I'm like, okay, I'm totally calm. And now I actually can see things happening without absorbing it. I really can. And how I prepared, it's kind of silly to even tell you how I prepared because it may not be what you need to do. You may not have to do anything I did at all. They're saying yes. All right. So could simple skills matter more than buying more things? Yes. Yes. So like we talked about, learn one new thing. I am learning one new thing. I'm learning how to can. Now, canning food is not expensive. It's not. Especially if you do the bathing method. The pressure cooker is a little bit more expensive. But you buy a couple cans and I think the pressure, and learn, to do some canning right now. That's the one skill I'm learning right now. And I'm enjoying it. I can't believe how much fun it is. So learn a skill. Learn a skill that would help you feel more independent. Are people with fewer resources still able to prepare well? Yes. Yes. Again, to have some shelf-stable food, you guys, it's really not that expensive. Just get some jars. I actually went to Goodwill. Oh, no, I was at St. Vinny's. We have a place in Wisconsin called St. Vinny's. And somebody had donated a whole bunch of jars. And they were like perfect jars. One of them was in the case with the wrap on it. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I paid $3 for that entire, they were pints, they were small, but I paid $3 rather than 15. And all the other jars were 25 cents each. And these were big ones. And they had the caps and everything. I was like, are you kidding? So I loaded up, and then if you just get, if you have you got to learn how to do it, but you can learn how to do it here. There's free resources on the national how to can, health. So it's health. So you don't risk any health issues. And then go buy your groceries the way you do and do some canning. You can can meat. Just do it. Because really, it depends on what I was very concerned about the food. And I obviously have starved. That's how I feel. Let me ask. Have I spent lifetimes starving or get really hungry? Yes. Because I've been, at first I was really obsessed with that. Like, oh my God, which is probably why I overeat a lot too. Yes. Okay. And are we clearing? So that's something that like I'll be clearing. So I don't need to always feel like I'll be starving going forward when I'm not. Yes. Okay. So some of you may be like, well, that's dumb. Maybe some of you are more concerned about electricity. And heat, because maybe you've been really, really cold in other lifetimes. And so maybe that's your priority. So maybe just go get a month of food because you just trust that you'll have it. And remember, we are manifesting right now. So we want to, if you're going to buy some things, you want to buy it and be like, this is awesome that I can buy this. Or this is awesome that I feel secure without this, you know? Because anything the guide said, remember, if you listen to my April, which I put out from the Spirit Circle, the April messages this month, you reap what you sow. So anything we want to get, everything we do is not even preparation. It's just, I want to live more independently. I want to feel what it feels like to be independent. And so for me to feel that way, I'm going to do one new thing. You know what I mean? So they're saying yes. Okay. Are people with fewer resources, okay, we did that one. I'm still going to ask it again. Are people with fewer resources still able to prepare well? Again, it's just so different compared to follow your intuition. Is learning to trust ourselves part of the preparation? Yes. Yes. Remember, all these questions come from things you guys were talking about in the comments. Okay, option C, which had to do with the protest, it's the same concept, though, that I was talking about with voting and building something different. Many of you said there has to be another way. Not denial, not fear, something new. We have been talking about this for probably 3 or 4 or 5 months. When I started shifting from the division, because man, well, we were exploring the division for quite a while, and we had to. We were exploring the division for quite a while. Then for 3 or 4 months, I started understanding that division is not the answer. But I didn't know how to look at it still with fear, because I was still fearful. I didn't know how to do that. Now I'm coming into like alignment with that. Okay. And hopefully now us as a community can help other people come into alignment with that. So, but we had to do it ourselves first. And some of you, actually, thank you for those who have been here all along, who have been in that alignment and were so kind to me and so kind to offer the extra comments without trying to make me feel stupid, because I was still figuring that out. And because you're so much in your ascension, so much further, right? And so thank you. It's like you were holding up your hand to me, then, and to other people in the community. And now we get to do that for other people. And you're going to continue, because you're continuing moving a little bit at a faster pace too. So you're going to continue. I kind of see it that way. So we're ascending. We're not going up, but just, we're ascending. And so we just keep holding our hands out to each other, rather than the division. Isn't that amazing? So I say that's amazing because that just came out of me, like from nowhere. Okay, so are people beginning to imagine a new way of living? Yes. Is this need to prepare? Is that all of the questioning and the concern we put around preparing? And now we're going to learn to do it with love. But is that helping us imagine this new way? Yes, I ask that because now I understand. I'm like, oh, I know where we're going now. I get it. Could small local communities become more important very soon? Yes. Isn't that awesome? I love that so much for us. Is option C more about building than reacting? Yes. So the option C is going to the protests, maybe watching what your sign says. I say we all go to the protests and say, love for humanity, or something like that. Just, it's a love sign. It's a love sign, whatever you want to say. And let's not call it a protest either. Let's call it a love march or a love rally or, a coming together, But the thing is like they label it no kings, and I get it, but we just, we can help turn that around with our energy, Could helping each other become more powerful than waiting for change? Yes. So helping each other. Not this month. This month, you're helping yourself. Okay? Just reminding. If you haven't been around the last week or two, starting April 1st to the end of the month, what do we have, 30 days in April? You are helping yourself. That's it. I have a whole new idea for our community here, but I'm not doing it until May because I'm helping myself this month. Okay. Staying awake without losing your light. The strongest theme in the comments was wanting to stay aware without becoming overwhelmed. Yeah. And again, that's the transition we've been working on. Trust me, when you get to the place where you feel independently prepared for the best you can do with your resources, whatever, and you're ready to trust the rest of the process is going to unfold in your highest interest. I promise you won't be overwhelmed anymore because I've just seen that now for myself. Does that mean I won't be in fear again? No, not at all. We're human. Does that mean I'm not going to get angry about something ever again? No, I'm human, but probably not as often, Okay, can people learn difficult truths without losing hope? Yes. Is the loss of hope, though, when we learn a difficult truth, part of the recalibration process? Yes. It's like the grieving process, right? Anybody else grieving the way you thought the world was? I am to some degree, but now it just makes so much more sense. And trust me, I know there's a lot more like that reptilian thing. I don't know about that. Yeah, all right. No, I'm not going to ask it right now. Is it possible to stay informed without absorbing everything? Yes. And I thought that was a no-brainer question, but I wanted to make sure that do you guys want us to stay informed of what's going on in the world? Yes. Is it in our highest and best interest to learn how the world's been functioning, like the Committee of 300 type of thing? Is that in our highest and best spiritual interest to understand that? Yes. And is it okay that when we do hear new stuff like that, that we process part of it from fear? Yes. Is that hurting us though, spiritually? No. Okay, that's important for me to hear. Is it hurting us spiritually if we stay there? Obviously. Yes. Okay, so you got to process it through, which is, that's what I'm doing here all the time. Okay, and you guys process it in the comments with each other too. Are people being asked to protect their energy differently now? Yes. Boy, oh boy, do I understand the prayer I do so differently now than I did before. I'm understanding the energies of the world and what reality really is, and it's all consciousness. So I'm just like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it now. I didn't get it. I was doing it because I trusted people who told me to do it, but I totally get it now. Could staying grounded help others more than staying afraid? Yes. So it's real. And I've been poo-pooing, not really poo-pooing. I mean, I've logically understood grounding, but now I really understand it. I don't know how to say it. I mean, now it's logic and practical and in my heart. Like now okay. Is the real change happening inside people before the world changes? Oh, of course. Of course. Yes. And the thing is it important for each of us to stay grounded, like to actually do grounding activities every day, even for 5 minutes, so that the lower vibration will go away? Is that important? Yes. Is it important for our ascension? Yes. Okay. If Atlantis had, okay, this is the 31st question. I've always asked her to do something funny. If Atlantis had group text, would anyone answer, sounds good? Really, they would? If Atlantis had group text, would anyone answer, sounds good? Well, they did. They had group text, I'm sure. Just telepathically. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for your comments and your questions. It's really adding to the conversation here, deepening my understanding, hopefully deepening other people's understanding. And don't be shy about going back at least like a month. If you're kind of new here and you're like, well, where have we been in this community? Or if you're new to like the things we talked about today, go back about a month in our videos. I do one every single day. So you can just go back about a month and maybe start catching up, and it might give you some insights into different things. So, but again, always follow your own intuition. All right. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.